consideration provided by...
Feeling sluggish or weighed down? It could be a sign that your digestive system isn't working at its best. Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil psyllium fiber gels to trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. It also helps lower cholesterol and slows sugar absorption to promote healthy blood sugar levels, so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil. Support your daily digestive health. And try Metamucil Fiber Thins. A great tasting and easy way to start your day.
Hey, before we go, we want to take a moment to thank Balsam Hill for decorating our stage. It looks beautiful. It's fantastic, right?
Yeah.
And we hope you enjoyed our look back at these holiday movie classics.
But we cannot say goodnight without celebrating the 70th anniversary of this Ebenezer Scrooge classic, 1951's A Christmas Carol. Good night, everybody. We got to go get ready for Santa.
Oh, he's not coming to your house.
Oh, he's coming to my house.
Happening now.
The search for 3-year-old Lena continues. We are now in day 5 with little answers coming up, how the community continues to hold on to hope.
Mounting your TV sometimes might seem tricky or even unnecessary, but one thing it can be if you don't, dangerous. Marilyn Moritz tells us how anchoring your TV will give you peace of mind.
We're going to have morning fog and drizzle Christmas Day, and then it is going to get warm in the afternoon. We'll talk about your Christmas forecast, and I'm tracking Santa Claus. The news at 5 starts right now.
Afternoon and Merry Christmas. A family out doing some last-minute Christmas shopping had their car stolen. Inside, their 5-year-old. Luckily, in just a matter of hours, the young boy and the vehicle were found. Our John Paul Barajas, he's live where the family was reunited. John Paul.
Samuel, we're at the Cons off 410 in Marbach, where it was a horrifying few hours for a family, but luckily police were able to save Christmas, not just reuniting the boy with his parents, but also finally finding the stolen SUV that was ditched in this parking lot. Now, the suspects responsible for this are still on the loose, but according to officers who were on the scene, they have a significant amount of surveillance video and believe an arrest will be made soon. Officers also told us this all started off at a piñata store off Culebra and Grissom. The parents left the car running to run into the store, but in that short time, their vehicle and son were taken. There was never any chase, but thanks to people who had seen the SUV and gave police information, the emotional reunion you're seeing right now was possible. Now, we'll continue following this story and bring you the updates, but again, officers do believe an arrest will be made sooner rather than later. John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
All right, John Paul, good news there. Thanks very much. Now, standing for Lena, the Islamic Center of San Antonio offering $100,000, Crime Stoppers $50,000 for the information that brings the 3-year-old girl home. Community members also offering prayers. Stephen Cavazos takes us to a vigil on the northwest side, held not far from where Lena was last seen.
The longer time lapses, the less hopeful we become. These were the words of Police Chief Willie McManus just days ago. It was on Monday evening when 3-year-old Lena Sadarkhill vanished. And now we are in day 5 of a search that has led to little answers. However, that has not stopped people from praying for a miracle. Groups of people, all from different places, backgrounds, and faith, united here for Lena. Her father making an appearance during today's interfaith vigil outside St. Francis Episcopal Church. Members of the Afghan community poured in to stand by his side, and they weren't alone. Leaders in the community as well as other faiths offer their prayers and hopes that Lena will come home. Her father thanking the community for their support and law enforcement for their search efforts. Chief McManus tells us there were no updates, but they continue to work closely with the FBI. Police are still treating this as a missing persons case. McManus says law enforcement agencies across the country, including those along the border, are aware of Lena's case. We spoke to a friend of the family. He gives us an update on how her parents are holding up during this tough time.
Right now, the community is supporting, so they are a little bit good, but still the mother is in deep pain.
Now, if you have any information on Lena's whereabouts, you are urged to call the number that is on your screen right now. This is a story that we have been following closely, and you can read more about the search for Lena at KSAT.com. Stephen Cavazos, KSAT 12 News.
Thanks very much, Stephen. An Amber Alert still in effect as the search continues for 3 children who disappeared along with their father earlier this week. Lucas, Ariana, Jonathan are all last seen Monday afternoon in Rio Medina. The Medina County Sheriff's Office is also searching for the child's father. He's 40-year-old Jonathan Wright. He's wanted on several out-of-state warrants for crimes against minors. Anyone with information on their whereabouts is asked to contact the Medina County Dispatch Office at 830-741-6153. A man told police he was shot and kidnapped at an East Side barbershop, and the 36-year-old man called officers to say he was at the shop when 3 men came in and assaulted them. Then, he says, the men tied him up and then shot him. He told police they threw him in the back of a pickup truck. That's when he says the men drove him to a Jimbo Road and left him. He then called police. The victim was taken to an area hospital to be checked. The 3 men this evening remain on the loose. And it is Christmas Eve day. And for those who got the day off work, it was a day to either relax or in the hours you could sneak away to cram in some last-minute shopping for gifts. Here's Garrett Berger.
Cars filled the Alamo Quarry parking lot, and stores bustled with shoppers earlier today as San Antonians tried to make their final purchases.
Honestly, this is my first time that I've done it, but just because of work, I've been getting out so late, working all that overtime, so here I am. I'm just so I can't find things, so it's just very stressful since I waited last minute, so obviously it makes sense.
Others, though, leaned into it.
So who do you have to shop for, basically? Everybody?
Everybody, my mom, my dad, my brothers. My daughters, pretty much everybody.
Why do you have pretty much all of it on the day before Christmas?
I don't know. I guess I like the drama.
Though fortunately, the individual mad dashes didn't make for overall madness.
You know what? Surprisingly, it hasn't been that crazy. I think last year was a lot more hectic from what I remember. But I mean, a good amount of people are out and about and, doing their thing. But it doesn't seem super, super crazy.
Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
Now, the surge in new COVID-19 cases is having a major impact on holiday travel. Hundreds of flights across the U.S. canceled on this Christmas Eve, including a handful out of San Antonio and Austin. This as Americans continue to wait in long lines to get tested before Christmas. Daryl Forges has the details.
The latest COVID-19 surge causing major travel disruptions. More than 2,000 Christmas Eve flights canceled worldwide, including hundreds in the U.S. United and Delta Airlines pointing to employee shortages due to the new variant. Johns Hopkins University data shows infections from the new strain have quickly surpassed the peak of last summer's Delta surge. The daily average in new cases is now over 182,000.
There's no way for us to rein in the number of new infections due to Omicron. The best thing that we can do is to protect the most vulnerable.
Many healthcare workers concerned over what comes next.
We're very worried about what's to come after the holidays.
As the virus continues to take its toll on many in healthcare across the country.
The nurses are at a breaking point. ICU beds are full and patients are back in the hallways and waiting rooms.
With the rapid spread of the virus, the demand for testing grows nationwide. Americans still waiting in long lines, all to get their hands on a COVID test.
I have my vaccination, now my booster, but I want to be sure. So that's why I'm here.
Some cities are not taking any chances with Omicron. New York City announced it is scaling back its New Year's Eve celebration in Times Square, now limiting attendance to 15,000 people who must show proof of vaccination and wear masks. I'm Daryl Forges reporting.
The injuries wounded warriors suffer are both physical and mental. A local Marine and Army veteran knows the holidays can be a hard time for injured or sick vets. And he tells our Courtney Friedman that getting help with mental issues is just as important as healing physical wounds.
Juan, or JJ Guerrero, is a Marine and Army vet who bravely served our country for 23 years. During his second tour in Iraq in 2006, he was injured by a roadside bomb.
I was very fortunate to not have died when it went off.
But both of his legs were badly damaged. After years of recovery, one by one, doctors eventually had to amputate them.
It always affects you mentally because it's not an easy thing to undergo. For me, it's always in the background. I can't not forget what I went through simply because wearing prosthetics is a daily reminder of what happened.
He admits he went through some dark times, even contemplating whether he wanted to be alive.
And to be honest, I was at that place at one point, or actually twice, But it's because I didn't think I had someone that could help me.
He eventually met his wife, Shannon, who suggested counseling. That's when he utilized the Semper Fi America's Fund organization, which provides long-term wellness programs for wounded veterans.
Even if it hurts your pride, your ego, you just have to do those things.
He says the holidays can make mental health issues worse for lots of military members.
It's a time where everyone comes together. So if you're alone, who comes to visit you? Where do you go?
He says there are always people willing to listen and help vets get their lives back, like he did.
I'm able to run when I need to, like when I'm chasing my children.
With 4 boys, he knows his self-healing needs to be a priority and hopes he can inspire others to ask for help this holiday season and find that positivity. Courtney Friedman, KSAT 12 News.
Wonderful story there. Well, it is warm outside around the San Antonio metro area and the KSAT 12 viewing area. Got up to 81 in Del Rio and Eagle Pass this Christmas Eve. Locally, can you tell where the clouds hang on? Up in Bernie, it's 70 degrees, but it's 78 in La Vernia. And here in San Antonio, we've been able to reach into the upper 70s as well. Now, tonight is Christmas Eve. Sun's going to set at 5:42. Temperatures are going to be pretty mild. We're going to be in the 60s all evening long, and then after midnight, once again, clouds and fog will build. We'll start off Christmas Day gray, but a lot like today, in the afternoon, it'll be sunny and warm. Hey, look, I see Santa Claus there. And by the way, I'm going to continue to track him. I've got an updated look at where he is in the world coming up in just a bit. Samuel, how do the roads look today?
Well, things look with the holiday out there, Sarah. This is a look at the wide view, but we do have a couple of issues there, mostly green. One issue we have is up on the northwest side, our typical 1604 delays. So if you're out by Shops La Cantera, Six Flags Fiesta Texas, you'll run into some slowdowns there. So heading westbound, 14 minutes between I-10 and Bandera Road. And finally, we have this issue. So if you're heading to the airport or driving in the airport area, you're working over there, there is a crash there. There's apparently an extrication there too, so that's why you see the police activity. We'll keep an eye on that throughout the evening. But coming up next here at 5 this evening, a new TV will be under many a Christmas tree this year. We'll tell you the steps you need to prevent danger once you take it out of the box. And did you place your order? We're talking tamales. Up next, how people were able to get their hands on the delicacy at the last minute.
This SA Salute holiday greeting is brought to you by Pam Hospitals.
Hi, my name is Kristen Meyer.
And I'm Andrew Herrera Mendoza. As veterans of the United States Navy, we want to salute you, our military veterans, families, and first responders, and all those with a loved one not present during the holidays. Thank you for all you do.
It's become part of my life.
Coming up at 6, he knows what it's like to be new in this country, and now he's helping newly arrived refugees from Afghanistan learn about their new home. Jessie DeGollado introduces us to the man known as the Ambassador. She learns why he feels it's important to give back. Plus this story.
The goal of having a silent night means a busy morning as Sleep in Heavenly Peace, a local nonprofit, delivers beds to children who need them.
And it's Christmas Eve, and today people will gather around with family and friends to enjoy amazing food, which means there's more than gifts to unwrap. Of course, we're talking about tamales. It's a delicacy people sometimes forget to bring to the Christmas table, so that's why many people lined up waiting for their treats today, wrapped in gold. Tamale shops here in San Antonio were open early this morning to make sure everyone in line had a special, delicious gift to unwrap. If Santa is bringing you a new big screen TV as part of your Christmas, or maybe you're thinking about buying one for those day after Christmas deals, it does need to be properly anchored or mounted. 12 on your side's Marilyn Morris walks us through simple steps, especially if you have little ones in your home.
Alex Flowers and her husband have one-year-old twins. Like most little ones, they love to get their hands on everything.
Both of my toddlers go after the TV, pull on it, they yank on it, and it's very scary as a parent that it might fall over on them.
Scary and real. TVs do fall on people with tragic consequences. Between 2000 and 2019, at least 354 people in the U.S. were killed by accidents involving TV tip-overs. Nearly all were children.
Even though today's TVs are thin, they can still pose a risk.
A 75-inch TV can weigh about 75 pounds.
And if the TV is on a piece of unanchored furniture, that can also tip over. The danger is even more significant. Safety experts do not recommend putting a TV on a dresser because kids open the drawers and climb up, destabilizing it. So what should you do?
You can mount your TV to a wall or anchor it to a media console if it's substantial enough. Just remember that any furniture should also be anchored to the wall.
Also be sure cords and cables are tucked away, and avoid putting things that attract kids like toys or the remote above the TV or on the stand.
Anchoring our TV to the cabinet gives my husband and I peace of mind that our kids aren't going to climb up and knock the TV onto themselves.
You can find kits for anchoring your TV at many retailers. They're inexpensive and can help prevent a tragic accident. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Good reminders there. And, you know, Sarah Spivey, I've gotten used to the fact that it's not going to be chilly this Christmas. I mean, it's nice. It could be worse. It could be raining, could be snowing, could be a storm. So
you're right.
You know.
Hard to complain when we have got sunshine in the forecast, right? But you're right. This time of year, we kind of want the cooler weather. It's not going to happen for us tomorrow for Christmas. But we are busy tracking Santa Claus in the Weather Center. Here he is. The big guy himself. He was just in the country of Togo. He's already delivered 4.1 billion presents. And if you zoom in there, you can see that he's practicing some COVID safety too. He's got a little mask on. I think that's a cute touch by NORAD there. And of course, we're going to continue to track Santa along with NORAD for the remainder of the evening. He doesn't come until after the kids are in bed. Today we got up to 80 degrees, and that is impressive because clouds stuck around for most of the morning and even into the early afternoon for us. We were in the 60s until noon, and we were able to see those temperatures spike up to 80 degrees. That is well above the average by 17 degrees. Take a look at these clouds and how they really shaped our weather around the metro area. Bernie Stage Airfield still at 68 degrees, but look down at Stinson, 81, where there's been plenty of sunshine. You can see those clouds eroding there through about 3 p.m. And it's 83 right now in Pleasanton, 68 in Kerrville. A wider view, 81 in Del Rio and 85 in Cotulla, where they have had a lot of sunshine. Now, tomorrow's forecast is going to be very similar to today. We're going to have those morning clouds. We're going to have some areas of fog and some patchy drizzle because it is so humid. And the trends that we've noticed is that that morning cloud deck really does like to stick around that I-35 corridor into the early afternoon. So around the I-35 corridor, we're going to be looking at temperatures a little bit cooler than elsewhere around the KSAT 12 viewing area, but it's still going to be a warm day. And the humidity is going to stay with us through the good part of the early part of next week and into the 2022 as well. So it's going to be a very warm forecast for us for the remainder of the year. Again, in the high-risk futurecast, notice how morning clouds and fog are going to develop Christmas morning. When you open up the presents, it's going to be cloudy and drizzly and a bit foggy in places. But then right at around the afternoon hours around that I-35 corridor, that's when everybody's going to see some sun and will warm up fairly quickly. This is a look at afternoon highs tomorrow, Christmas Day, around the KSAT 12 viewing area. Upper 80s in Del Rio for the high, close to 90 degrees on Christmas Day for Del Rio. Now around the I-35 corridor, we're going to be in the low 80s because those clouds are going to stick around until the afternoon. Now that is still substantial. This will potentially be our third warmest Christmas ever in San Antonio. And even in the hill country, there will be more sun than in San Antonio, so it's going to be warmer in Kerrville, 84 for the forecast high in parts of the hill country. All of the weather is western portion of the United States. This could cause some issues if you're planning on traveling early tomorrow morning or potentially even the day after. But around San Antonio and around south central Texas, we have got this ridge of high pressure that's just keeping all of the weather out of Texas, out of San Antonio and keeping it warm too. So if you're planning on traveling tomorrow across the state of Texas, no problems on the roads as far as the weather goes, but off to the west there could be some snow. There will be some snow rather, and there'll be some rain in the northern tier of the U.S. as well. Sunday, Boxing Day, again, quiet across the state of Texas. And if you're planning on traveling on Monday back home or anywhere across the state of Texas, know that it's going to be quiet weather-wise. So again, Christmas Day tomorrow in San Antonio, fog and drizzle in the morning, clearing around noon, and then as soon as we see the sun, temperatures are going to spike. 80 degrees, around 80 for the high, but elsewhere it'll be even warmer if you see sun earlier in the day. And then looking ahead for the remainder of 2021, we're going to be coasting. Similar forecast every single day. As we ring in the new year, it'll be warm too, but there is some hope that there could be a cold front early 2022.
All right, Sarah, thanks very much. You know who else is coasting right now?
Yeah.
The Spurs.
I'll tell you what, they're red hot coming off, of course, this latest road trip. I would argue this is their best road trip they've had in a long time, winning 3 out of 4 against really good teams. Utah, the Clippers, and the Lakers. Last night, it was a blowout from start to finish. When we come back, show you how they did it. And Amari Cooper continues to vent his frustration. Coming up. San Antonio Spurs close out what is known as the Staples Center with back-to-back victories against the Clippers and then last night's total domination of the Lakers, where the venue changes its name to Crypto.com Arena on Christmas Day. Doug McDermott got the party started off right with a pair of early threes to give the Spurs the lead right out of the gate. Jakob Poeltl making his contribution from mid-range with this 14-footer. And then DeJounte Murray, fresh off his 6th triple-double of the season, attacks the paint. Lonnie Walker IV lines up for a corner three, one of 18 total on the night for the Spurs. Now watch the defense take over. Murray rips the ball away from LeBron James. Keldon Johnson scoops it up, takes it all the way back for the basket. The Spurs outscored the Lakers 33-24 in the first quarter. In the first half, 66-55 to lead by 11 at the break. In the second half, Keita Bates-Diop starts to heat up. It begins with this dunk to end the third quarter, push the Spurs out to a 13-point lead, 105-92. Then came the fourth quarter. Check out this 26-footer for a three with the assist from Jakob. Now it's a 17-point lead. How about another one, this time from Drew Eubanks, as Bates-Diop finishes the career 30 points and becomes the second player in Spurs history to make all of his field goals attempts since Fabricio Oberto in 2006, 11 for 11, including the last Spurs basket of the night in the 138-110 blowout. How was Keita able to pull off that while guarding LeBron?
When they went small, they're kind of a little loose with their switches and everything, so every time I would go screen, I would just roll, and then whoever would drive, and I just circle around and just find the open pocket. It's just knowing that, getting like starstruck by him. I mean, obviously he's a great player, but you got to guard him, like everybody else.
All right, the Spurs also closed down the Lakers' fabulous form back in May of '99 before winning their first ever NBA championship.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
The Dallas Cowboys have clinched a playoff spot for the first time since 2018. That's after the San Francisco 49ers lost to the Tennessee Titans last night on Thursday Night Football. Now they will try and clinch the NFC East title by beating the Washington football team on Sunday Night Football. One way the offense can improve, according to veteran wide receiver Amari Cooper, is targeting him more in these last 3 games. Coop vented during an appearance on a Dallas radio station.
I gotta be honest, it actually does, because yeah, we're winning, but the defense is playing a huge part in that. We're not really as explosive as we should be. We're not converting a lot of their turnovers to touchdowns. A lot of them are field goals, and I feel like I could be a huge part of that, so that's what frustrates me.
And what does Dak have to say about that? Find out coming up at 6 o'clock.
Very interesting,
Yes, indeed.
Greg.
Yes. Usually you keep that in the locker room.
Right. Keep it in the family.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Christmas Day tomorrow starts off foggy with some drizzle, 60 degrees, and then we'll see clearing skies at noon, and then quickly temperatures are going to rise. 81 for the high tomorrow. Southwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. A very warm forecast Sunday and Monday. And in fact, for the remainder of 2021, the weather's going to look pretty similar to this weekend. Morning clouds, afternoon sunshine, highs near 80.
All right, Sarah, thanks very much. Just a real quick look at traffic there. Still have an issue on the northwest side, but that is slowly getting clear. And people have time to get home. They join us at 6. World News is next.